Michael Cavey from Silvertop, you've travelled all the way from Australia to be here at the Taxi Summit today, possibly the furthest travelled person in the field. What do you think?
Well, it was a long way, but it's great to be back in the UK and get to see and listen to everyone over here and meet the iCabbi team again and lots of iCabbi people I haven't met before.
Well, this interview is a long time coming for me and you. The only thing I'm disappointed about is that it's not taking place in Melbourne. That was the plan at one point.
It was, and it was a good plan.
And yet, here we are.
In nice UK summer.
But look, it is great to finally meet you in person. You joined iCabbi, what, it must be 3 years, 3.5 years?
3 years ago now, and went live just under 3 years ago. So yeah, it's been a long journey and great.
Was it a tough decision to move to iCabbi? Like you had 3,000 cars at the time?
Yeah, 3,200 at the time. And
what spurred you on to make that move?
So our biggest partner bought our dispatch solution. So we were looking at it and planning to do something, but when your biggest competitor buys your dispatch management solution, it becomes more of a commercial proposition to move fast. So that gave us the incentive to make quicker decisions and engage a lot faster. And it's a big job, 3,200 cars to cut over.
It was a big job.
It was a big job, with different regulations, so there was a lot of customisation to be done. We had to move to a tablet. We've gone from hardware in the vehicle. So there was a lot of work, and logistically it was quite difficult, wrangling 3,200 cars to be able to touch them all and get it all done, and as well as the development and getting that ready. So, but it was great. Our team came together, worked so closely with iCabbi and iCabbi partners.
Well, I can tell you, nobody in iCabbi was not interested in heading over to Melbourne for a month to get you guys set up. How did you land on iCabbi? Because obviously you were looking for a new dispatch provider, and there's obviously a few in the market. What made you pick iCabbi?
We had a look at a few. The biggest driver for us and managing the technology team, for me, the APIs were more mature than anyone's. The roadmap and the plans for opening up the system to enable us to be able to work with partners and build our technology around that and increase automation was the key. So that API, the interfaces and integration with other systems was the key.
Okay, and my last question about iCabbi. Are you now a happy iCabbi customer? Was the decision you made 3 years ago the right decision?
It was. We are happy iCabbi customers. Like all systems and customers of a global vendor, we have complaints and want priority over everyone else. But no, we're very happy and we get a lot of support. From the management team as well as the technical teams. Yeah.
Cool. And in a couple of weeks' time, you're rolling out the new driver apps in Australia. So good luck with that. You'll be meeting Andy now in the next couple of days, and he'll be helping you out with that.
He will. He will.
Don't worry, you will not be disappointed. It's
Excellent.
In a very good place. Okay, so let me talk to you a little bit about what we're doing here today, Global Taxi Summit.
Yes.
You have been on a panel earlier on today.
Yes.
Your panel was reimagining
transportation. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So, interesting subject because it's focused on mobility hubs, EVs, automation, automated vehicles and things like that.
So what's a mobility hub when it's at home?
A train station is my claim. Some of my panellists disagree with that, but it's a charging station, somewhere where you can get a scooter, a bike, a taxi or rideshare vehicle. So shared transport hub and somewhere where a central point to go to then move on to another point.
A nexus for all types of transport.
Yeah, exactly.
Does Melbourne have any mobility hubs?
Well, other than airports and stations, no. So, we have the taxis, the trains or buses at those traditional hubs, but we don't have this specifics. And it's interesting, the discussion that a lot of it around the EVs is the charging infrastructure. So we're very light on. Recently visiting London, I noticed every second light pole, street light, has a charging point on it, and we don't have that. So we're quite slow to adopt in that space, but that's also becoming a limiter for us to push. We want to get EVs in our fleet and start driving that. But
so how can the taxi company play a pivotal role in that? Can taxi companies be the drivers of mobility hubs? Can you come in and own that space, not wait for it, but kind of drive it forward?
Well, I think in partnership we need to, and we need to partner with other fleets that we work with, and drive that ownership so we get the infrastructure there and we own that component of the transit hub. We're working with government at the moment in New South Wales and Victoria, and we've got to get down to the city level probably and start saying, hey, this is what we want to do, what are your plans, can we partner with you on that? And you've got to be in the game. I don't know if there's a lot of investment. The guys at City Taxi I was talking to, and they're looking at some significant development around the hub space, and I think it's somewhere we need to go, but maybe as partners more than owners.
And maybe someone like City Taxis is one to watch. What do they do?
Definitely.
What works, what
Definitely,
doesn't work?
yeah. You know, the plans that they recently showed me were amazing, and it's there's return on investment for them. So that's really of interest to me to see how they go and what they do.
And so the fact that you're talking to City Taxis, it's just an absolute indicator of how valuable it is to come and meet other fleets from around the world and see what's working, what's not working.
Totally. And I think that's one of the greatest benefits we've seen from being in the Icabi family. That all the fleets that work with Icabi are open to talk and chat, and we talk to fleets in the US, the UK, and all over the place. So it's great.
We are definitely a community, and you've made it all the better for joining it as well. We're very happy to have you in the Icabi family.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you, Michael, and we'll catch you later on.
Yes.
Great, thanks.